Good evening, everyone. This is Ken Carpenter with Garden Ministry. It's June 2nd, and we're at home, and we've been working on the garden. We want to show you some things that are going on. Talk a little bit about May and June while we do that at the same time. Right now, I'm preparing Melina an herb bed, an herb garden that you'll see debut next spring. We're getting the ground ready for the herb garden. Uh, we're going to add herbal flowers over here, stuff like hibiscus, echinacea, things like that. These are the cabbages we planted in the winter and late winter. It was supposed to be early spring. And believe me, I've had talks with the Agro Extension guys about some of the dates we've got because they really messed up the spring garden. We estimate we have lost probably at least 600 pounds of produce because of the crazy spring we've had. Cold, late spring, winter, coupled with just biblical rains. And thank God we had the raised beds like we do, the lasagna style I showed you about, because that actually has protected some things. These are tomatoes. These are seeds that we got that are popular here in West Tennessee. We got them from those tomatoes in West Tennessee from Lauderdale County last season. Right here we got cantaloupe. It could be honeydew. I didn't mark it when I put it down. I just put it down in a hurry between storms. There's cantaloupe here and honeydew there. So I got my honeydews and my cantaloupe in these two beds going. Right here you see the spring corn coming up. These plants right here, and you'll see more of them as the season goes on, are sunflowers. We blended those into the corn because of the power of pollinators that they are. We created a bouquet of flowers and pollen for all the pollinators in this area to come into our garden. Right here, this beet bed was a failure. We do got some, but I'm going to bring this bed out and get it ready for cucumbers. Right here we got the mustard greens and the kale. We'll be harvesting it and enjoying it. The bok choy bed I'll probably keep. We're going to have some good bok choy here in about another month. And then about another month we'll have this bed here, and I'll probably go ahead and turn this area over here that's jumping up with weeds everywhere into this third planting of bok choy. Right here we have the Travelers tomatoes. They're coming on strong. They're going to be good. Travelers tomatoes look like a cluster of grapes, but it's one tomato. And I think that's going to be really something special to try. Right over here we got the Mexican cucumbers. We're growing those right now for a friend of ours that owns Memphis Pickles that we sell through Whole Foods right here in Memphis. He's going to try out working with these. These are gherkin style cucumber that are about this big, and they're striped like a watermelon. Tastes a little bit like a lime, they say. The Brussels sprouts, they stay in. We're going to nurse them. We're going to be putting another layer of compost on those. We got to get those growing into tall stalks all the way through October. More cabbage, cauliflower, another winter failure. Another bed to be made here. Right here we put in our watermelons. We got a really good watermelon seed from Georgia, and these are the seeds that we're putting in here. Folks, this is the results of my lettuce that we showed you earlier in the spring or winter. This is the red leaf romaine, and we pulled all these individual seedling plugs out of the ones that we started in the spring. Here's romaine, green leaf romaine. We planted it in the asparagus bed so it can do double duty. Right here we got red leaf lettuce in the other asparagus bed so that bed can do double duty. We've been picking carrots and putting them in our salad. We got our onions coming up. The bulbs are going to start getting fat and thick. This is another heirloom tomato from the seeds that we got that are heirloom. We got through Bear Creek. You can get them at rareseed.com. But these are a big black purple on the top and stripped to red when they get down the middle. These beds are getting turned over. Sugar snap peas, a complete failure. Took too many ice hits, too many winter cold hits. It went through the last two snows. This romaine, the spinach, this is the broccoli, and the other lettuces. Those are the plugs that I pull from to set up the other beds up top for the rest of the season. But these are going to get turned over. They took way too much snow too. We want you to know at Garden Ministry, we put on this not only to help for other people, but for you to tune in and let this, and, you know, enjoy the gardens and watch the seasons as they change. That would very much please us that you just enjoy that much and pass it on to a friend that would like some relaxing gardens too. This has been Ken Carpenter, God and Ministry, and may Yahweh bless you.